Hello. That is Finder Fantasie 14. Hello. How is stuff? How is the flora? Also, I promised you good music, so let's lead with that. Just immediately out the gate, just excellent music. Oh yeah, the animation's good too. I should could have mentioned that ahead of time. Kid boy.
While the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Look at this dude.
We must then, that we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Look at this dude. Ah. I love this opening. It's so good. It's not just an amazing song featuring Sam Carter from The Architects as the lead singer. It's also a medley of all previous openings for the other expansions. It's so good. No, not the internet. No. Ah, right, we're in Garlemald. I remember. Oh yeah, this area is so heartbreaking. So, for the majority of the story, I'm going to say main antagonist of the game, but actually kind of secondary. It's complicated. Like, way too complicated to explain right now, is the Gallian Empire, which is the obligatory Meditech empire that has to exist in every Final Fantasy game, and is also kind of modeled after the Roman Empire, in that they use Latin stuff for their nomenclature, and they kind of conquer everything and turn the people who live in the conquered areas into servants, that kind of stuff. Conscript them into the army. You know? Now, for the longest time, I've been wanting to see Garlemald, the capital of this empire. The metropolis and the forefront, like, current, still existing nation when it comes to Magitech, which is, like, sci-fi stuff powered by some fuel called ceruleum. It's complicated. And when you get here after a civil war has ravaged everything, and the capital is in ruins. It's all gone. And there's this thing, which is the Tower of Babil. Something that the main villains that of this expansion have built to quite literally reach the heavens. Because that tower is reaching for the moon for some reason. Also, in case it wasn't clear from the trailer, we are going to the moon in this expansion. Like, that's not a secret. That was very openly communicated by the developers. We're going to the moon. But yeah, it's so devastating. Also, yes, hello, Emnui. We have Alphino and Alize. Oh, by the way, the hot elf man that this lady, Yestola, was talking to in the trailer, that's Alphino and Alize's dad. That's Thancred. He is very good. Like, I didn't like this character at first, but he had, like, an entire novel's worth of character development in the previous expansion, Shadowbringers, and he's now, like, they are all extremely good characters, but he's so much better now. Urianger, who's not done developing. Estinian, he is the Ujiodrun. That is, he's also very good. Hello. Then we have the cat boy. This guy is simultaneously like 30 and 130, which is complicated. And we have Lucia. Hello. And we have Maxima, who's Gallian. Lucia is also Gallian, but you can't tell because she's wearing this thing, which is covering this signature third eye that all Gallians have. And then there's some other NPCs. That's whomst we have. Good stuff. You're certain you're well? And nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good. Though I won't promise the same for Fandaniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they are satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days or no? This ends now. Are you well enough to make your report? Is this going to be voiced? Please be voiced. No. That is unvoiced. Hunt and lurk mode. Ah, tis Vinrit. Hello. This anima was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varys. Does their depravity know no bounds? It seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that the wave of ether issued not from the tower of Babil, but from the primal lurking within it. The primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If we were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that this beating heart of the Telofroy's machinations. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Leveliers, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Thancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered enemy mud attack. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus, we do propose dividing our forces into two parties. One to distract, and one to infiltrate. The divisionary force will be comprised of the Ishgardian, Gridanian, and Luminzan delegations. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telofroi believe we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited for our Alamegan, Uldan, and Eastern comrades will use a different method of ingress. Look here. The facility marked in red is the Enceladium. A vast magitech manufactory in ruins now, of course. But the freight tunnel connecting it to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. While the Telofroi intention is elsewhere, an infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If they can carry the material, it can carry us too. Providing we sneak about unseen. The Science will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, we must locate and dispatch Fandaniel and Xenos. We'll save the people of Garlemald, and those who suffer the world over. Aye, Illis and so many others have lost so much to the Tilophoroi. We shall ensure they lose no more. How quickly can we enact this plan? Fandaniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. On paramount concern, even. Assuming he didn't name the tower Babil on a whim. In a month's time, it meant Gateway of the Gods. Xander used it to refer to a Void Gate, but in this case, it most certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of primals. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan, and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You are to proceed to Forum Patents. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. Not a single effort will be spared. No worries, Stola. This Binui is prepared. Oh yeah, the game can just change the environment music if story demands. So we now have this incredibly heroic track playing in the background. I'll we go over here. Ooh. Those look almost scary. If I wasn't outclassing them already. But they can still aggro on me, which is annoying. And I don't want them to. There they are. Ooh, it's the fam. The squad, even. Rain, the way to the tunnel is clear. We've made sure of it. I wish you'd made sure to bring a code instead. Oh, I'll warm up on a throw punch or two. Barely enough cloth to swallow a newborn. Clearly you've spent too long around this feral dog of a Dothal. Watch your tongue, fool, lest they feed it to the crows. We will see who's the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and my Nama alone. Should be blessed to meet her this day. If any woman is of worth with which to be warned by you, little son. Oof! Should we find such a warrior within? Should we bask in my glorious flame? Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I've plenty to spare. As do we. Oh, I should mention, Nama is something like a soulmate. So Sadu going, no, if there's any girl in there that would like to be cradled by you, she will be warmed by my flame. is a very gay thing to say in this context. Hello everyone, all set for battle I see. Yes, free of necessary encumbrances. If rather more susceptible to the cold, let us review your strategy, quickly, if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead to the Encladium. We are to meet them there. Wait until the Tempest's attention is drawn by a diversionary force. Then we sneak into the train. Next stop, the Tower of Babil. If any Tempest included are injured, Bizela will tend to them. His science must press on, no matter what. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground, so we need to make our own way to the Encladium. See you there. Let's go! Might have to get around this fence. I mean, if I'm already here, I can just kind of scoot over into this quadrant. Boop. There we go. Kokobuki! Oh. Yes. He's the class trainer NPC for Thaumaturge, which turns into Black Mage. He's the guild whatever person. He's also small, yes. You are correct. Hey, it's good to see you, Rain. We heard that you collapsed, but we're given We heard that you collapsed, but were given only the most cursory explanation. I'm glad you've recovered, and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you will have heard, we've secured the way in. Some few are to remain behind to keep the escape route clear. O'Cormid from Lendis Tees will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. Whee! Yes, very small. That is a Lalafell. They are small. And some of them are very evil. They are also potat, which is very important. Don't forget that they are potatoes. This is everyone. What the heck? Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Time to go. Our primary objective is, of course, the Telofro's leaders. But should we be pressed with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the towers, destroying it will deliver our allies from the Telofro's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Gallian people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ossian, or anything else. Hear, hear! There's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do together. Till the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. Whee! Haha! This is, by the way, the second dungeon of the expansion. I am like 4 or 5 streams deep. This expansion is long. Okay, I want...
I stand ever ready.
The cattest of boys, because yes. Then I think I'm going to take my boy Justinian.
Right then. Our fates are
And
not yet
Oriente.
sealed.
This is the best feature of the game, by the way. That you can just do the dungeons with fucking NPCs instead of players. What is a player? What is an MMORPG? Never heard of it.
Now or never.
Ah, the intro cutscene. God, yes.
Together we shall overcome this. This will hurt. Be gone!
Whee!
Be gone!
This long ass spell.
Be gone!
There.
Be gone!
There's few songs in this game that I like as much as the Gallian theme. It's really good. It's introduced to you the first time around as a boss theme. Really dramatic, like really high energy and all that stuff. But now that it's that the capital of their empire is in ruins, you get to hear calmer and more melancholic variations of it. Which is so good. My favorite version is a radio version that's really sad. But I don't think I can hear it anymore. It's only available in the game very temporarily. Okay. Leave it like that. Good. Good. That wasn't Magnite, that was Serena. Whatever. But yeah, so in due time, I think very soon actually, there will not be a single story dungeon in the game that you will need to play with other players for.
Make ready.
Ow. 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 Oh yeah, the downside of playing alone is that if you die, the instance resets.
Together we shall
NPCs are not allowed to revive you. But everything you've killed up to that point will stay dead. You go back to the beginning and then you have to do some walking. It's annoying. You might have to do the boss you wiped to again. With players, that only happens if all 4 players die. I mean, technically, that always happens if all players in the instance die. If you look at it that way. And I'm the only player. But it's so nice to not need players for dungeons. What the fuck? Okay, just left. No. I don't like this boss. It's annoying. Makes me move. I don't like moving. I'm a black mage. Welcome to the mechanic that I like to call magnets. How do they work?
Be gone. Be gone.
Oh, come on. You can take that, right? Yeah. Don't you dare leave. Yeah, so there's still something called trials in the game, which you do need players for. But the game has a duty finder, so you don't need to find those other players yourself.
Hold still.
You can just queue for the content you want to do, and the game will find you other players that want to do the same content.
Be gone.
And then you just do it, and then you never have to see them again. Come on, you stupid boss.
Allow me.
Make ready. You're mine.
So? People in this game are really nice. Like, it's almost scary how nice people in this game are.
Together we shall overcome this.
Bonk. Imperial Hood of Scouting. Alright, we're going up. Elevator!
There.
Wait, this button.
Be gone!
Also, it's not like you need to talk to anyone. You just need to do the game. You know?
Together we shall overcome this.
But if you have any questions, there will always be someone around to ask. Which is very nice.
Be gone!
In fact, there's a special feature in the game specifically for new players to ask questions to veteran players. Like a help desk of sorts, a help chat, called the Novice Network, which is the best feature. I wish that feature had been around when I started playing. That would have been so helpful. But now, I, on my main account that is, am one of those players who will help you if you ask a question.
Be gone! Be gone!
But that's still not the end? Holy crap. I did not remember there being so many enemies here.
There.
Oh yeah, also the only reason why you have to do trials with players is because getting NPCs to do trials correctly is really hard. And they didn't have the time for it yet. They're still working on the dungeons.
Together we shall overcome. Hold still. You're mine.
With the trials have actual mechanics. Because the dungeons are pretty simple most of the time. Yeah, so, they introduced this system as the trust system with Shadowbringers. And then now in Endwalker, like in the past year and a half or so, they have started slowly implementing it for every other dungeon in the game, which, remember, that is base game and 2 expansions plus that patch content worth of dungeons that they had to do this for.
Be gone! Be gone!
And they are up to being done with Heaven's Ward now, which is the first of the 2 expansions they need to do. So all that is really missing now. All right, I need to become no, not frog. No, I need to become small. There we go. Now you can post TPL. Look at me. I'm so tiny.
Be gone!
Hold still.
Be gone!
Yes. Alright. So these are Bomberman bombs. They do the Bomberman thing. And that's it.
Be gone!
Funny story about that, by the way. Naoki Yoshida, the producer and director of this game, actually did work on a Bomberman game. So him using this pattern in his new game, this game, is actually completely okay. Because he worked on it before.
Be gone!
It's a fun story.
This will hurt. Be gone!
Now I get to become PPL again. I'm the tiniest snake, hello. Ooh. Oh, very nice. Hold on. That is a casting item. I want to see if that's better. It is. Okay. So that's 2 out of 3 bosses done. Thank you. So, the current patch is patch 6.3. I am the largest snake, but when I'm small, I'm the smallest snake. You know? But yeah, so, alright, the elevator, part 2. This is a long elevator. Where is this taking us? The moon? Those are jokes. Up we are. Hello, that's the final boss over there. We currently in patch 6.3, and we are up to the Heaven's Ward patch content in the dungeon rework and adding the NPC thing to it. So pretty much exactly the next patch is when they will start with Stormblood, do the Stormblood base game dungeons, and then the final patch of the expansion, 6.5, is going to be when the entire game has this feature for every dungeon that is story relevant. Not for optional dungeons though, because why? The system is here to help you experience the story, not play the game solo. You can still do that though, if you want to. There also isn't that many optional dungeons, to be honest. Like, I think 15 or something? Which isn't that many dungeons. This game has a lot of dungeons.
Be gone!
A casual 15. Yeah. 10, 15 optional dungeons out of a lot. I don't have a count right now. Like with the Criterion dungeon being added, which is a dungeon, that's a lot of dungeons.
This will hurt.
There's like one dungeon that is 3 dungeons at the same time. Which is crazy. With 3 separate dungeons. And then there's also the deep dungeons, right? Oh crap, there's so many dungeons. Okay, almost at the final boss. This is the last pack of trash mobs.
Be gone! Be gone!
Hold still.
Be gone! You underestimate me!
Okay. It is boss time. Anima. Hello. Ow. We sure are a cute boy. All right, this. Ow.
Allow me.
All right. Ooh. What? Extra flares? Really? Wow. Oh, not really. Those aren't extra flares.
Be gone!
Come on, really? Ow. Yeah. Come on. That is not a fun mechanic on this class. Hello. Boop. No, grab this. Apparently not. Such a long way. Oh. Well, let's try this again, shall we? This time maybe less dead.
Be gone!
Once more.
Be gone!
With feeling.
Together we shall overcome this.
Hello, can I please finish my cast? No? Okay. No then. No it is.
Be gone!
So you want to, yeah.
Hold still.
Come on, what the fuck? Really? Wow. This shit does not like me very much, apparently. Apparently the regular strat doesn't work. I have to do the cheese then.
Hold still.
Make ready!
Bad idea. Ah! Oh, I'm losing concentration. Hi.
Hold
This
still.
will hurt.
Be gone! Make ready!
Okay. So, for real this time.
Hold still.
Be gone! Be gone!
Okay. If this still hits me, I don't know what it wants from me. There we go.
Be gone! Be gone!
Be gone. Have you tried being gone?
Be gone!
There we go. Boundless pain again, great.
All or nothing! Time to end this!
Allow me.
You underestimate me!
Steamy yelling. The best audio. Was the finest yelling boy.
Be gone!
Allow me.
Be gone!
Okay, we're done. Finally! Oh, that was unnecessarily hard. Woo! Oh. How kind of you to grant me this boon. A coat. of casting. Very good. Very good. Okay. Be back to cutscene land.
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul.
And it's voiced cutscene land too.
Come. The other two await.
This madness ends here!
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
Enough!
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Some manner of magical defense?
Kryl? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine! No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
Green OP, yes.
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thralls. Should the Empire fall, the world must share her fate.
Of course. Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman! You monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and they're powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
I have asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
Yeah, that would really suck.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Van Daniel said.
I don't seen us once.
You're going alone? You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours. Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
If all of the Tempered are affected, Ulysses and his comrades likely put up quite the struggle. We've found a way to save them. We must. I only pray we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry on you to victory. My apologies, I was lost in thought. This device is of Allergan design, which leads me to think I was right about Van Daniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to his trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. Let us turn to the task at hand. Poseidon said, the flow of ether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. You must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal, before Xenos and Van Daniel arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll make the difference. Know that whatever awaits, our prayers are with you. Now go beyond the sky. Okay, so when all the material for this expansion came out, they revealed to us that the Magus Sisters and Anima, which are icons from previous iterations in the Final Fantasy franchise, would be bosses in this expansion. Based on the fact that we were already pretty sure that we were going to have to kill Zodiac in this expansion as well, every player, until the expansion released, assumed the first trial at level 83 would be the Magus Sisters. The second trial at level well, 89 is what we were all expecting, would be Anima. And the final trial of the expansion, at level 90, would be Zodiac. The Mega Sisters were the final boss of the first dungeon at level 81. Anima was the boss of the previous dungeon at level 83. We haven't even hit the 83 trial yet. And there's only one boss remaining that we are sure we have to fight. You can imagine my confusion when I played this for the first time. Who are the other two trials? And then here, at this point specifically, I was like, okay, so there's no way that Zodiac is going to be
long before
free.
Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal. The eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
This view is so fantastic. You with me? Hydalin's champion. Oh? Mielo? So, yeah. About at this point in time, I was like, okay, so there's no way Zodiac gets freed here, right? So, okay, so the trial must be Xenos then. And then something Fandaniel, I don't know, as the other trial. Who knows, maybe they'll introduce some other enemy that we need to defeat via trial. Maybe another lunar, another primal or something, who knows? And then the final trial is probably still going to be Zodiac. That's about what I was thinking when I played this part. So I'll just leave this here. I return. I must return. Why? Hey, did you ever want to be haunted? On the moon? Moon's haunted, you might say? Home, I want, I need. So these are ancients. These people lived on the planet before stuff happened. And the Asians want nothing more than to bring them back. But to bring them back, they have to murder literally everything else that lives. So you can see where kind of the conflict comes from. We have this group of immortal beings who want nothing more than to bring back this ancient, now extinct race. And then we have everyone else who has to die to make that happen. And I think kind of not wanting to die to revive some people who are already dead is kind of an understandable desire, I think. Ah, the music. No steps echo through this looming spire, save your own, but you nevertheless sense a presence above. Ah, this music. Been preoccupied for quite some time, and I'm out of practice at conversation. Ever since this moon was created by Hydaelyn, I have served as an integral part. I am the Watcher. I am responsible for the prisoner and the devices that hold him fast. Zodiac himself, a projection of the moon's core. The rent asunder by Hydaelyn, who grows more powerful with every rejoining. 7 there have been, 7 too many. And yet, for all his servants' machinations, he remains incomplete. The fallen are beyond salvation. No attempt would be made to free Zodiac, not until he is whole once more. But someone has taken action. The shackles that hold him nearly shattered. 6 locks to his jail, great and grand. Gargantuan swords driven deep, brands to bind Zodiac forevermore. 5 were destroyed by his would-be liberator. One of these I've restored. I strive to mend the remaining 4, but my efforts are being impeded. Souls sacrificed to summon Zodiac, their manifestation consequence of the waning seal. They labor in opposition to my work. They must be expelled for the preservation of all. If keeping Zodiac imprisoned is the right thing to do, I will aid you. What is right and good? Ask 1,000 souls and receive 1,000 answers. I offer none. I am the watcher and the jailer. I am not the judge. Know this. Hydaelyn commands the forces of stasis, and this moon is the product of such power. So long as Zodiac remains imprisoned in this place, no more sacrifices will be made in his name. Nor will those souls rendered upon his name fade into oblivion. Go, meet with these wandering spirits. Do what you think is right. I love the text color they use for the Ancients. Especially because that's ironically also the text color they use for like moderators, game masters. So that's a funny thing for them to be doing. You must confront those lost souls, yes, but you need not expel them by might of arms. A feather touch, a firm word. Simple methods may send them away. Faint echoes as they are. Wear the strength of sentiment that drives them, however. Emotions that do not fade even with the passage of centuries. And make haste, though you're distant. Unwelcome guests draw closer. Just look at this view. Just look at the world. It's over there. And whatever this is, I don't know. Where, when, how long? Was it truly so long ago? So yeah, these are literally the souls of people who lived a long, long time ago. When the planet was still whole, when Zodiac wasn't summoned yet. When none of the bad things happened. We were happy, at peace with the star. We nurtured it, helped it grow, with our will, our creations. You learn a lot about them in Shadowbringers. A lot. where the stars breathing, a beating heart, its life. Every soul a drop of blood flowing through its veins. To live, to learn, to create, to make better. The star flourished, as did we. Do you remember? Oh yeah, I should mention this part. So there's an event called the Sundering, caused by Hydaelyn, who, by the way, is also a primal, which not only split Zodiac into 14 parts, but also everything else. So we have the soul of an ancient, but none of the memories, and we are missing like 6 parts of our soul at the moment. Well, us specifically are only missing 5 parts of our soul because of stuff that happened. But everyone else is missing the usual 6 parts of their soul. Unusually, lustrous dog is gazing at you with what seems to be fond anticipation. Well, hello. Doggo. Appears to be waiting for you to follow it. Dog. That looks so cool. And I just kind of put that there. We and the star were fulfilled. Wanted for naught, mourned for naught. So why did it have to end? Why indeed? Nobody actually knows. Zodiac was not summoned to end the world. Zodiac was summoned specifically for the opposite. To save the world from an apocalypse. The problem why he needs to be stopped is that he demanded too many sacrifices to do what he was supposed to. Because the plan included sacrificing all the newborn life on the saved planet to bring back the people that were sacrificed. And there was a very outspoken group against this plan that ended up summoning Hydaelyn to bind her. The final days taught us to fear death enforced upon us. The injustice of duties and dreams left unfulfilled. The grief of unexpected partings. Swift as darkness, cold as ash. Such tragedy, yet no catharsis. Such truth, yet no consolation. Well... The lustrous dog is once again staring at you expectantly. Who are you to deny it? Follow and try not to fall behind. Doggo. So, yeah. The ancients are fully immortal. So, being forced to die by an apocalypse must be really jarring. And really unpleasant to them. Yeah, mortality is something that was introduced into people by the Sundering specifically. The people that now live on the planet are only mortal because they are lacking parts of their soul. If they were fully unsundered again, everyone would be immortal again. Which is interesting. Our perfection came crumbling down, such overwhelming despair. In that moment we knew the end was nigh. The faintest glimmer of hope remained. We gave our lives that others may live. We gave ourselves to Zodiac. Did you now? Zodiac, our Lord and Savior. To forge a world anew. To live and love again. Become one with the star. Fill earth and heaven with life. Birth paradise where fear is distant memory. Pardon me, but would you be so kind as to step aside? Hey there. Ah, that unmistakable color, the soul of Azem. That is, in fact, my soul, yes. But not the friend in you, I think. Nevertheless, you are you. So Emmet Selk meant for you to have it. You seem surprised. Why might that be? It's him. It's the boy! There he is! We've met this person before, but not exactly this person. We've met a recreation of this person, created by one of the unsundered Asians, Emmet Selk. This is Hythlodaeus. Again, I do not believe I have yet had the pleasure. And then we explain what I just said. That we haven't met him exactly, but we've met a recreation created by his friend, Emmett Selk. Oh yeah, Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus were friends. And one thing that wasn't explored in-game, but in a side story you can read on the website. Our soul, Azem, who is also a member of the convocation, kind of the political leaders of the Ancients, was also friends with Emmett Selk. But when the plan to hatch Zodiac was to create Zodiac was like put into motion, Azem left the convocation, the governing body, in protest because they didn't agree with the Zodiac being summoned. Whoops. There goes my internet. What is happening? Huh. My upload is having a moment, it seems. Oh, the stabilizers. Let's see if the hiccup is over. Twitch is not reporting any instability, so it has been within bounds, but yeah. No, it seems to be okay again. That was weird. Sorry if there was any issues with the stream there. My internet apparently had a moment for no apparent reason. Emmett Selk created a shade in my likeness, and not only me, but all of Almorat. How very like him. A slave to sentiment, even after an eternity. As you may have guessed, I'm different from the shade you met before. No mere approximation, but the original. A soul sacrificed to Zodiac. We remember in vivid detail the events leading to a purgatory, the plans and plots for resurrection, Hydalin's intervention, and Zodiac's and the star's final fate. We drifted in waking dream, our minds steeped in fog, until you came. I know not what you and your friends intend for Zodiac or the future of the star. Nevertheless, in you I place my trust and faith. In you I choose to believe, as Emmett Selk did. Believe in yourself, and all will be well. Warn your rivals, though. Fandaniel. That color I know. Another I do not. Unfamiliar but fearsome being. Hope you know who that is. I have to keep you from your duty. I've kept you from your duty. By way of apology, I will ensure that the shades hinder you no more. Protect the final brand. Oh yeah, so the dungeon and the trial are usually pretty close together. So it's safe to assume that the trial is very close at this point. Fare you well, my old friend. Oh, I also neglected to mention, Emmett Sulk was the main antagonist of Shadowbringers. Of sorts. I mean, Emmett Sulk is an Ascian, so he's the main antagonist of a lot of things. But he is also very much the big boss in Shadowbringers. The dog growls, agitated. You must protect the brand. Come. Hop on, dog. Ride, dog. So yeah, Emmett Sulk being our best friend and also an enemy we have to defeat is very rude. I love Emmett Sulk. I think he had to die because he was too far gone. Like, millennia of grief have broken the poor man. And he was on the verge of literally committing planicide multiple times over. So, couldn't let him do that. But I still really like him. I think he's a very interesting character. And he is very visibly broken by his past. Which makes me very sad for him. Wait, I thought you were going to be a trial. What the fuck? This can't be good, right?
In the nick of time to savor the crowning triumph. Unbound and free at last. Arise, Zodiac!
Okay. That can't be good, right? I'm kind of reiterating my past thoughts for you, for your perusal. But I was so convinced this was going to be a trial to protect that thing.
By the loss of
apparently not.
Elidibus, a creature of pure instinct, wanting for guidance. But powerful, oh so powerful, more so with every passing moment. Such potential, even in this incomplete state. Still the savior who delivered a world from certain doom.
So, here we stand. You know my intent. Consume the god, then the world. Stoke your fury to a raging inferno, and dance among the ashes. Or perhaps you would face me here and now. A lesser but welcome amusement. Yes. A taste to whet the appetite.
Also, Xenos' voice actor is amazing. So good.
Sorry to spoil the moment, but might I ask that you postpone the slaughter until I've said my piece? I promise I will be brief. Do you remember when I told you that I wanted to die and take everyone with me? I meant it.
Bye. Where am I? Whoa!
Such lofty aspirations! And what sweet irony that the world's saviors will become the agents of its destruction! The dead have no power over me. You will be silent. Silent as the grave!
That must have been such a fun day in the studio. But man, Daniel has lost it. I mean, that should have been clear from the whole I want to die and take everyone with me thing, but... You know. Asum's crystal.
Believe and walk in faith. Let the light of your soul shine for all to see.
Yes.
Not quite the outcome you'd imagined, but a fitting one nonetheless.
The prettiest boy.
Don't you think so, Hades?
Hades is Emetzelk's real name. Emetzelk is a title.
All I craved and more. Boundless power. Mine to command.
You wish.
I had intended to pit my fractured divinity against Xenos, but a more tempting option presents itself. The greatest obstacle to my ambition. You will trouble me no longer.
May I present to everyone's confusion the first trial of Endwalker. Zodiac. I do not know how that adds up at this point. I got so confused. I was like, wait, what? Zodiac is the first trial? Then who are the other two? What the fuck? Anyway, we need players for this one because it's a trial. So we'll be here for a few minutes. Enjoying the excellent music. And we can kind of peruse our adversary. Oh, whoops, if I go too far into him, he disappears. No. They're easy. Defeated. Whoop. He spits. Like, I was so sure he was going to be the final trial, and he's the first trial? What? You can imagine, this story goes places if the big bad is the first of 3 bosses. God, Zodiac looks so cool. Expectations have been crushed. So, what Endwalker is Endwalker is a combination of two expansions. So, yeah. I am pretty sure this was intended as the final boss of that expansion. And they intended for the other bosses that we have fought so far, and some of the other content to be trial content instead of dungeon content. But since they have decided to speed up the pacing of the story and actually end the entire first storyline of the game, the entire saga that we've been playing in 6.0, not even utilizing the patch content for any story pertaining to this specific saga whatsoever. They probably had to just kind of shove the first part into the first half of the expansion, and then everything else be the second half of the expansion. I'm pretty sure Zodiac was supposed to be a final boss until they made that change, which is why he is the first boss now. Because they had to fit the other two in. Oh, this music is so good. I love this track. I love this entire soundtrack. Every single track on it is great. But this is such a good boss theme. But from this point onward, nobody knew what to expect anymore. There was only one other character left that might be a trial. Except for Xenos, obviously. The only other thing kind of left at this point to fill 2 trials that we know about is Hydaelyn and Xenos. But we've already been so kind of thrown off track. Hydaelyn being a trial makes no sense. She's the good person, right? She's the one that prevented the plan for all of us to live and stuff. I mean, sure, she's a primal, we kind of kill those, but come on. We can't kill Mom.
Establishing connection. All creation shall bend to my will.
And then Xenos? But that's only one. Who's the other? Huh?
The end has come, and it will be beautiful.
Questions like those plagued our minds when this came out. Oh yeah, he has that fun thing where he just kills you. Ah, that's a ball. Oh no, it's a triangle. Ah! I'm fine.
Malice, become flesh!
Oh right, this. I have to be honest with you, I don't know how this guy works on normal difficulty anymore. So if I die, it's because I forgot what his mechanics are on normal. The high level content has very rigid rotations. You can memorize what they do and then kind of act accordingly. That doesn't work for some of the other content, where it's more random. Ow, ow, why are you leaving? Are you dumb? Why would you do that? Why would you run out of the safe zone? Oh god, we don't have reses.
Soon my hold over Zodiac shall be complete!
The person right now did the thing correctly and then stopped doing it correctly for no reason. Okay, buddy.
At last, I am become Zodiac.
Okay, bye. Bunch of more questions plaguing my mind. Like what question? Maybe I can answer them. Maybe I cannot. Who knows? Ah yeah, this fun mechanic where he rotates the platform. Dude, would you please die?
Work, my masterpiece.
Probably, but it's gonna take a couple hours. Well, ask. Go ahead. Answer the call. Jump off. Do it.
How I've waited for this
Finally.
day. The end has come, and it will be beautiful. The marvels of circus were but playthings.
Gotta play the game then. Or watch the VOD. There's a VOD of the whole game up until this point that you can peruse on my YouTube channel. It's only a few days of content. Nothing big. Nothing major, you know. Yeah, explaining the whole story again also takes time. So much. Ah, shit. No, no, not less. Actually, no. Ah, man. Please don't be triangle, it's triangle. Why? We have survived!
Soon my hold over Zodiac shall be complete! Mine! All mine!
So there's a command. There's a lovely command in this game that shows you how much time you've played on this character. It's playtime, but it doesn't work in instances, I think.
At last, I am become Zodiac. The natural order overturned.
So, in case people have not realized in the last cutscene,
All in existence, bent to my will.
Why would you do that? Now I'm gonna die. Oh, no. Oh, wow. You did it. Amazing.
My life's work. My
You did literally nothing though, because I was already saved. Why did they do that? I'm so confused. I wasn't in danger. What the heck?
How I've waited for this day.
Is that be in it or is that be out of it? I don't remember. It is be out of it. Bye, healer. But yeah, so what just happened is one of the healers used an ability called Rescue. With Rescue, you can pull people into other parts of the arena where you're standing. And the point of Rescue is to rescue people.
To my will.
You know? Save them if they have done a stupid and are in a location where they will get hit. That person just rescued me from a safe zone into another safe zone, but barely rescued me into the AoE instead, which is funny.
Fall tears of flame.
Okay, so it's wait, is it here? No, it's not here. Fuck. It's not there. We have no heals again. Great.
Will you
That's another wipe right there. This is literally the worst run of this I've had, and it has to be the stream run. Okay, there we go. Playtime only doesn't work in cutscenes, good to know.
And it will be beautiful. The marvels of circus were but playthings.
So yeah, we've played this for a cool 10 days now. Mind you, that is 10 days in 4-hour intervals. We've been doing this for a while.
Become flesh.
It would take me like 3 days. Okay, do it. Get the game. It's free for the first two like major parts of it. It's free up until level 60. Prove it.
Will you live to see the end?
Oh, he can do the other thing. Interesting.
Soon my hold over Zodiac shall be complete!
Talking about catching up. Oh.
Mine!
But the game is free until level 60. Third time's the charm with this cutscene. I mean, you could probably do it in 5 days if you watch it on double speed. But like, nonetheless, the game is free until level 60.
The natural
Oh,
order
interesting.
overturned.
Okay, that's easy. If you rescue me again, I'm going to fucking yell.
All in existence, bent
Thank
to my
you.
will.
I hate that this one's a cutscene. There's only one that's a cutscene in the entire game, and it's this one.
My life's work, my masterpiece.
Ugh. This asshead. Ugh, I don't have instants. Ah! Come on. You rude motherfucker. Please go out. Oh my god.
How I've waited for this day.
Yeah, 1 second. Bye. Have a great time down in the pit. Okay, which way are we turning? That way. Cool. So here should be safe then. That is not a safe zone, people.
All in existence, bent to my
That
will.
is not a safe zone, people. Listen,
The great
rotation is hard, okay?
faithfully recreated. From
Okay,
broken
now,
skies fall
have
tears
eyes.
of flame.
It's here, and then it's in the corner, and then it's here
All
again.
shall burn.
This isn't hard to evade.
Will you live to see the end?
Don't run away with that. Do not run away with that, please. You will die. And it'll be all your fault. Please heal us. Oh my god. Okay. What do we have here? It is down here again. Yay. People are learning how to
All
read
in
rotations.
existence, bent to my will.
We've been over this. I know you don't really like MMOs.
Will you live to see the end?
Doesn't mean I will stop recommending this one.
I have no need for restraint.
Okay, triangle. Another triangle. And another triangle. Wow. That's a lot of triangle. I'm not saying you should play all MMOs ever created. I'm saying if you decide to play any of them, this is the one. Play this one.
All in existence, bent to my will. Will you live to see the end?
Blub blub. That is not how you spell LB. Finally. There we go.
Is this the limit of your power? Is this how it ends?
That was not fun. Don't lie. Person was like, GG, that was fun. We died 3 times. No. Missions are complete. I can stand ready to see if the happens more. Okay. Good for her. The teleporter will deliver you to safety.
Incomplete and insufficient. Of course he was no match. Once again, you have left my best laid plans in ruins. And played your role to perfection. Thus, sealing my victory. From the first, all I wanted was for you to kill Zodiac. 'Twas but one of many methods to achieve the desired effect. It would have been the same had Xenos died in my place. But what better and more satisfying way to ensure success than to take control myself? My sole regret is that you lived to tell the tale. Even so, I have fulfilled my heart's desire. Let your murder mark the beginning of the end. The coming of the final days!
Well, fuck. That cannot be good.
How quickly strength fades and blood cools. Old familiar sensations. So many lives, so many deaths. No different this. I close my eyes and slip into the dreamless slumber. A tired song and dance. Routine. Always I wake. But not this time. Nothing left unsaid. Nothing left undone. Inherit my hell. I intone with glee. The man I was would weep for what I have become. The all-consuming contempt. But I've the wisdom of 10 millennia to justify my answer to the question. No value in their existence. Not a whit. For all that I looked. None that I did see. A final chance, then, for Heidelin and her faithful. in Cataclysm prove me wrong. I sneer. All shall return to nothingness, as was your will, Emperor Sunday. I, the star, and every living being, consigned to your oblivion.
And now the shit starts.
At last.
It begins. Deep breaths, slow and steady. You saw it too, yes. The blue star below thrown into turmoil. Then it was no illusion. All was truth. The death of Zodiac, the laws of nature over which he presided have begun to unravel. The final days are upon us. What you witnessed was an omen granted by the Echo. A vision of the horrors to come. Time grows short. Sup, Xenos? I don't really have time for you right now, though. Because the world just started ending. That stare is just like, quit your bullshit. Now's not the time.
I'll find no fulfillment in a contest with you this day. Slavering beasts gather at your gates, ravenous and eager. Already you turn to them and away from me. I must go forth once more in search of power far beyond the might of Shinryu. Power to make your heart run over with rage. For the eldest of primals was a betrayal of promise. A pathetic creature incapable of inspiring true despair. That's what I crave. Pure, unadulterated despair.
I will not fight for your amusement.
We shall see.
I sense his presence on the moon no longer. If you need not follow, then I beg you stay and listen to what I have to tell you. Of Zodiac and the end of all things. Ah, Hog! I reached level 90, let's go! Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, DC. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communions with Hydaelyn have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know that these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. Hello. Thank goodness you're unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempest before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryl hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Hydaelyn's power hath taken its toll. But she will recover in due course. As for Alfinod and Olizé, they insisted on remaining in Golemholt while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion. But what manner of conclusion, if I may ask? And is this the ally whom Hydaelyn bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amaret. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Hydaelyn together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiac, or rather, it was my duty. Then Zodiac is no more. And not without consequence, I am afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Are you alright? My attempts to forestall Zodiac's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Please do. You do not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? Maybe peruse them while we wait. By all means, if you would review the chronologically. I suggest beginning with those at the upper floor. I shall leave that to you, Rain, while I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on the lower levels. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. These appear to be records of a long, long vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. So, as a music aficionado, what is your take on the game's music so far? As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flow through your mind. The records describe how with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the bands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to be at a tax idling greatly. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. Each record describes the Watcher's effort to prepare in the event of a Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on describing maintenance carried out by irregularly with the Loperites, though it is not clear who or what they are. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musing when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare to bring harm to Zodiac so long as he remains imprisoned. Did you learn anything of import? So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of our energy and focus. And this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydarin. When the Watcher said it was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Hydarin's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Yep, moon's fake. This planet doesn't actually have a moon. Thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment. But perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before, and comes now again.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Etheris. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt, our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. First, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict when next the corruption would manifest. Etheric energies which flow through all creation in the form of various currents. The current which course through the lands and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not constant. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic events once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac herself, and the star into lesser reflections, so that she might confine him in his place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by your own imperfections. Not gods! Important! No gods here! Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aetheris' population. That it was necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessings to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetheris or her history. Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future and not linger in the prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The nomenclature is more fitting than we know. Bring ruin to the soul so that its reflections will share its fate. It is ready. This way, if you would be so kind. Huh? Oh. A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power is not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations in the event of his demise. There would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing people of Aetheris to safe harbor. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. I shall fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the dark. So the moon's not only fake, a prison, and haunted, it's also a ship. That is the list of things the moon is. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of the Mara Lamentorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. As Hydaelyn created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. Conspiracy theorists be like... No. I mean, this isn't the first fake moon. We've had a fake moon before. This is in fact the second fake moon. I mean, technically, chronologically, this is the first fake moon. Again, the planet doesn't have any moons. Naturally. Both moons the planet has ever had were created. Which is very funny. Like, no moon is real. What the fuck is happening? It is his nature to appear when needed. And yet, he's nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. But you need but recall the path you walked with Argos before. You will find your way. If he labors in service to Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand then? Yeah, so, this is lore from this perspective. The game, Final Fantasy XIV, was released in 2013, I think? 1 second. No, 2010. It was released in 2010, but the version we are playing right now was released in 2013, 2014, I think. I don't remember exactly, it's too long ago. The reason for this is that the first version of it, commonly known as Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, was really, really bad. It was so bad, in fact, that they killed it. And gave Naoki Yoshida, the, at that point, newly installed producer and director, who hasn't worked on the game before, 2 years and a very tight budget to save this game. And oh boy, save it he did. He sure did save this game. But yeah, in Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, there was this storyline where the Garlean Empire, which we were in their capital earlier, tried to use the Red Moon, Dalamud, to conquer Eorzea by kind of just dropping the moon on the continent. Oh, hold on, world map. So Eorzea is this part of the world map. This down here. It's made up of the main continent and Vilbrand, this little isle. This together is oh yeah, right. So this landmass, the big landmass, is called Aldenard. And this little island to the west of it is called Vilbrand. And together, Vilbrand and Aldenard make up the continent of Eorzea. That game is called Majora's Mask, yes. And when you begin the game, you start either in Lanacea, which is a city-state on Vilbrand, Thanalan, which is a city-state on down here in in Uldar, which is a city-state in Thanalan, which is a region of Aldenard, or you start in Gridania, which is the city-state in the Black Shroud, which is another region. This is one of your 3 starting locations. So you live here, is the point I'm trying to make. You live on Eorzea. And this up here, this whole mess, all of this is referred to as Ilzabad, which is another continent. And technically, Thavnea down here, this little island, where we can go actually, Thavnea is available in this expansion, is technically part of Ilzabad. And then the third continent is over here, which is Othard, which is basically just real-world Asia. Asia. And then to the east of Othard is a small island nation called Hingashi, which is just feudal Japan, basically. There's more relevant landmasses in this world. There is the Northern Empty, where Sharlayan is. Sharlayan is, most importantly, the home of a few of the support characters, like Alizé and Alphinaud. And then there is also continents that are not on the world map. There is a southern continent, Mericidia, commonly known as the Land of Dragons. And then there's also another continent called the New World, which we haven't seen yet. There's also presumably some landmass to the north, but we don't know what it's called and if it's relevant or if any people live there. But yeah, so there's some landmass over here, or respectively over here, that we haven't been to. There's a landmass down here that we haven't been to, where we know that people live on both of them. And then there's also a landmass up here, presumably, because you can kind of, see it. There it is. But we don't know if any people live there, if it's relevant for anything other than it's cold. But yeah, so this isn't a picture of Earth. That is actually someone drew this up. That is a proper picture of Aetheris, which kind of looks like Earth, but it isn't exactly Earth. like, if you take a closer look at the world map, you can kind of gather that this is approximately Europe, even though the Mediterranean Sea is missing. This is approximately, like, East Asia, and this is kind of a conglomeration spanning, like, India and Russia and probably, like, Arabia is somewhere here. This world is very modeled after Earth, but it's not Earth. You can see the layout kind of works. Yeah. Oh, and then also, as was alluded to, the world was split into 14 parts in an event called the Sundering. We have actually been to one of those. This is the first. What you see here is the landmass that is called Aldenard in our world, in the source. But in this world, it is called Norvrend. And some of the names are different, but it's the same planet, as would be expected by a world that is a reflection of the source. And this fun white circle you see around it is the Wall of Light, because this world is almost dead. This is all the habitable land that still exists. That's it. Because the calamities are a big event in this game. Calamities are caused when a shard, when a reflection, when a fake world is thrown into basically an apocalypse, and then an event trigger in the source is used to destroy the reflection and pull all of its ether back to the source, which is kind of what has happened 7 times. So, to kind of simplify, imagine the magic goes out of control and almost destroys your world, and then someone uses that event to sort of pull the plug on a trans-dimensional bathtub and flush your entire reality back into the reservoir that is the source. That's kind of what's been happening. And obviously all the people in the world that is rejoined by the calamity die. Because, of course they do. So yeah, that has kind of happened 7 times. The last one most recently, with that event of the Red Moon Dalamud being kind of yeeted onto Eorzea to kind of conquer us. Like, the plan was throw the moon on them, and if everyone is dead, we can conquer them easier. It's a weird plan. Let's be real here. The place we seek is just ahead. Chlorophosphorate. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Hey, there's a lot of concepts introduced by this expansion specifically, which are really interesting, but the lore of this game is actually so rich that there is books you can buy with lore in them. I own both of those books, because I am a nerd. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar sponges draw ether from the ground, which is dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Would you be willing to spare some of your own to help the Spongoi along? Spongoi. Sponge. The SpongeBob. But yeah, also, like, Calamity wiping out my entire reality happens too often, really. Argus manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself. Though I assure you, it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the room. No, Argus was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now. I cannot recall when at last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... More dog! Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are ready. Let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Chasm, not chasm. It's a chasm. Why are English words so stupid? Can you, like, streamline your pronunciation and writing system, please? And stop spelling different sounds the same? The other way around is largely okay. Spelling the same sound different ways is fine. Spelling different sounds the same way is just rude. Please. Your destination is the structure there across the cradle of darkness. But climb onto Argus's back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, you should take not long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from the slumber. Slumber? The slumber of the revenge of Zodiac's destruction. Heed the counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways. But know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' ruins notwithstanding, we cannot be certain that awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Uri and Jay right here. Onward! Hua hua. Yeah, but at least in French, the same sequence of letters always makes the same sound. There's no ambiguity in there's no guessing in how you pronounce the word you are reading. It is consistent, but it is only unidirectionally consistent because there is several different ways to write the same sound in French. But there's only one way to pronounce what is written. The structure is enormous. That is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amoratine. Apologies for the wait. Right then. Let us head inside and... Oh. Dog. Oof. Oof. Swoop. Most intriguing. Means by which he can serve with energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account. Hopeful as he's been. Thank you, Argus. We'll take it from here. Good dog. Vargas has to remain without. Let us not keep him waiting over long. Yeah, writing them is horrible. This is the best area. But the second best area. But I can't talk about the best area yet. Anyway, I hope you like things.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
No, no. Not mouse. Bunny. Oh no. So tired. You're judging from the ears, not from the snout. That's not a mouse snout.
Lively, everyone! I know. This 1,243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance for Zodiac.
I mean, they are from Final Fantasy IV, so...
As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Aetheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends! We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate, and don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Orion JB like, he's cute. They must be the Loperites mentioned by the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about it and to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. But this is actually where I'm going to end the stream today. because I think this is an excellent cliffhanger. I don't want to get into too much stuff, and I do have to get off at 10. So, I think this is an excellent point to pause the story for today. So it's not like in the middle of something. You just went off the cliff though. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I just kind of jumped down. Falling damage in this game only kills you if you're in battle. Which I don't know if that translates to real life. Who knows? I've never fallen down anywhere. Anyway. As the wrong account bot says, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a good time for stream today. And I will see you on Tuesday, when we play more games. Bye-bye. Oh, and also, for anyone who does live in Germany, enjoy the long weekend. Bye.